One of the questions we get a lot is what kind of radio communication do we use out on the trail? And if you've seen our videos in the past, you hear a lot of communication going on, and we have a speaker in the vehicle. A lot of times we'll use like the in-helmet type deals, but for our tours, you know, we have 20 vehicles that we have out on the trail, and every 6 months we get new ones. So that means a lot of radio installs and then taking them out. So it's a lot of man hours putting these things in. So what we try and do is we try and look for the most cost-effective, efficient way to run radios, because radio communication makes all the difference out on the trail. Whether you're doing a tour like ours or you're riding with your buddies, communication is key.
Guys, we'll swerve over to that right side. We've got some traffic headed your way. Plenty of room. You're coming up on the big famous barn here on the Patton property, the Moonshine Barn. You're going to notice all that lattice work around those top eaves of the barn. That was for dissipating the massive amounts of smoke from those two big moonshine stills on the far side inside of that barn. Now, he made so much moonshine back in the day, he made a lot of friends and a lot of customers. One of those customers being pretty interesting. His name was Mr. Al Capone.
What I'm trying this year is something a little bit different. We've run the GMR25 hard mounts from Rugged Radios for the last few years, but the problem is when one of those goes down, it's a lot to change one of those radios out on the fly, like before a tour goes out or even out on a tour. And then also we're running the waterproof speaker. Now that speaker is waterproof and it works great until it gets wet. And what happens is we have 30 creek crossings. So when the people hit the water comes up, comes down, splashes on the speaker, and then the water gets inside the front of the speaker, and it sounds like an alien talking whenever they try and talk on the speakers whenever they're in the tour. That's not the best setup for us. So what I'm trying now this year, I'm trying something different. I'm trying something that's more cost effective and easier to change out. It doesn't take as long if we have a problem to change out a radio, or when we go to mount these things in all the vehicles. It just doesn't take as long. What I'm doing this year is I'm doing something different with a speaker setup. Now this speaker here is the Rugged mini speaker, and it is not waterproof. But where I'm mounting it, I don't think I'm going to get as much water as I was with the way I had it set up before. I'm going to put it on the roof, and pretty much all the water that comes in hits the roof, comes down, and is all over the dash and all over the people and everything else below the dash. So before I had the radio and the speaker under the dash, and it's just not a great setup. Now, last year I put the radio in the glove box, and it was better for the radio, but the speaker was still under the dash, and it still got wet, and it still sounded like an alien talking, so it didn't work out. So this year I'm going to try this speaker, and I'm going to try a portable GMR2 Plus radio setup with a hand mic, and I'm going to show you exactly how I have it set up. So this is my setup here, and this is a 2025 Commander Max XT, and at the top of the roof here there's a mounting plate. I just utilized that mounting plate and the screws that were already there to mount the speaker. This mount right here is what this radio and mic are mounted to. That's the way it's mounted up there, this bracket. And I can show you real quick what we got going on here. So this is the mic. I wrap everything up top there so it's not hanging down in the driver's face. You know, we could do it like that, but if it's, you know, a pretty tall person, this is going to be bouncing in their face. So this is what we have right here. And what we do is if we have a problem with the radio, we just unhook the radio, or when we want to charge them up. This is the extended battery, like the XL battery, and it lasts a lot longer. So I'm running these, and they'll last a long time. But if you're out on a tour and the guides have a problem with the radio, all they have to do is unplug the hand mic and pop that right off of there. This speaker here, the way this works is it has to plug into the mic. And that way you can hear it through here, and if I need to talk, I can still utilize this mic to talk. So it's kind of like a dual purpose setup, but that's how this is set up. And then I just basically zip tied this to here, and I ran this down through the coil, that wire. Looks better, works better. I just think it's a better, cleaner install. And then this bracket here, I just utilized the screws that were in the factory bracket and put that up there. When we go to put this in here, we just plug that in like that. And I'm also running the extended range antenna on this. So I have like the long range antenna, GMR2 Plus, the bigger battery the hand mic, and then the Rugged Mini speaker. The customer can still use it if they have an issue. All the audio comes out of this speaker when you have it plugged into this hand mic. So when you have this speaker plugged into this hand mic, you no longer get audio out of the hand mic itself. It comes out of this speaker. So when we turn it on, you'll hear it come out of here. And it's nice and loud. When you're on the trail and you've got the wind and everything else going on, it's nice to have a speaker like that. And I like to keep the speaker in front of the riders. I've tried the speaker in the back and it never really worked out that good. You can't hear it. It's almost like the speaker is trying to fight against the wind to come out this way, and they're wearing helmets. So you can't really hear it real good when it's in the back of the vehicle. We've tried it, it didn't work. We find that it works best when the speaker is up front here and it's kind of in your face and coming at you. At the end of the day, if you want to charge up this radio, all you have to do is unplug that mic and take that and sit it on our charger. And that's it. And then the next day, you take it, you come up, and you just plug it back in again. The speaker runs to the radio, whereas the waterproof speaker goes to the radio, and then it also goes to the battery. So you have a positive and a ground wire coming out of the waterproof speaker. With this speaker, you don't have that. The radio is actually powering the speaker. So everything is contained up there. There's no other wires, no other power. Everything is contained right here. So when they hit the water, it goes up and hits the roof and comes down, or even if it comes in, it just, comes right in. But the roof is going to protect the speaker and the radio and everything up top here. And we're going to try it in a few units and we're going to see how it works out. If you aren't in a lot of water, you really don't have anything to worry about. We have a little bit more water than, probably a lot of rides out there. We've got 30 creek crossings. There's some people that come here and they say that when they're on a ride, they don't ever see one creek crossing. So for us, water is a key to our radios and everything else. It has to all work out. I'm not worried about dust on these. I know for a fact that Rugged has that figured out because it's mainly a West Coast company. They do a lot of desert stuff, a lot of Baja stuff, so they've got the dust end of it covered. So I'm not even worried about dust with Rugged products. This speaker, super cheap, MSRP is $25. They run sales every now and then. They'll run sales on these radios and the speakers and the mics, and just watch for Rugged to run a sale and you can get some pretty good deals on them.
So we're using another GMR2 Plus handheld radio without a mic to do this test. The Rugged Mini speaker is about half to 3/4 volume, just to give you an idea how this sounds.